And what do the Georgia runoff results mean for investors? We know that they're watching and they're talking about it, and they've been mentioned 100 times on our air lately. What's the best result for the market, and how would it react either way?
The friendliest result for the market is definitely a divided government. So, if you look at history, runoffs tend to go in favor of the Republicans. I think that is what the markets are expecting. Today, we probably did see a little bit of disappointment as we thought about a higher stimulus check, but we actually think disposable income will be strong in the first quarter with that $600 stimulus payment, and that consumer should drive 2021. And from an earnings point of view, we expect strong earnings growth because companies have been cutting costs during this pandemic. There should be a lot of operating leverage. So earnings growth for the S&P 500 should be able to beat consensus and continue to move up for 2021, which is bullish for the markets.
Charlie, we know your preference for value stocks. If we do see a bit of a market correction as we enter the new year, say 10, 20%, which of the big cap tech stocks would you be most drawn to?
Big cap tech stocks. I mean, unfortunately, at this point, there aren't really any that you can call a value name. We obviously should have grabbed Apple when it was down in a low PE multiple. Boy, that's a tough one, Will. If you're asking me to pick a good stock out of a bad world, we love the Russell 2000 value names, the small cap value names. That Mike had talked about how the 2000 value has been performing so well this quarter. It's beaten the S&P by about 20%. Yet there's still great opportunity there. If you had to make me pick a name in the large cap world, I'd probably go with a defensive name like Lockheed Martin, which is going to have excellent growth in defense spending over the next quarter.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask, which is your favorite value pick for 2021? Is that it, Charlie?
It's still MSGE. It's still Madison Square Garden Entertainment, still trading at about 2/3 the value of its assets. When people start going back to Knicks and Rangers games, people start going back to the Sphere in Las Vegas, MSGE, which at 60 was trading at less than cash, has now made a run all the way to 100, but we still think it's worth more than 130 as people start going to concerts and basketball games again.
Sarah, is the weak dollar that we've seen pushing you to invest more overseas?
Yeah, we're fans of emerging markets and international markets in 2021 based on the weak dollar and valuations. And we like regions such as Latin America, Brazil, which really was hit hard by the vaccine, by the coronavirus, could have a strong recovery as the vaccine rolls out. Mexico, we're bullish on as relations between the U.S. and Mexico get better. And then you can look over to Asia, to areas really impacted by an increase in tourism, like Thailand. Like airports of Thailand would be an interesting company to look at as people return to traveling again in 2021.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.